Investigating how many of these facilities are in our region.
Consumer investigator Jason Knowles analyzing those numbers. Jason?
Rob Sherrill, the I-Team and ABC News are finding that thousands of data centers are operating nationwide, with hundreds more planned, some in the Chicago area. Companies point to economic benefits, but residents are raising concerns. So yeah, I can hear that buzzing.
Yeah, it's always there.
When David Zala moved into this Aurora home in 2015, he knew he was by a data center.
You can hear it as soon as you walk out. Fans just constant.
But in recent years, the CyrusOne data center campus has expanded significantly. Right in your backyard.
Here we go.
Zala and his neighbor Brian Castro both say they hear cooling fans all day and night, and sometimes generators create more noise.
You feel it in your bones.
You can feel the vibrations.
Castro says the buzzing bounces through his backyard, which looked a lot different when he moved here in 2007.
This was 25 acres of nothing but forest.
Neighbors say CyrusOne put up this sound recorder to monitor noise levels and erected these walls.
The noise doesn't drop down and get stopped. The noise radiates from above.
CyrusOne said noise issues are isolated to its Aurora location and told the I-Team it apologizes for the impact this situation has had on our neighbors in Aurora. We take responsibility and are well underway with a 3-phase engineering project. The company says additional rooftop sound walls and other noise reduction equipment are on schedule for completion, and we anticipate continued improvement in sound levels. The City of Aurora says these steps should help. There's also a concern over the rising cost of electric bills.
Probably 50% higher than they've been in years past.
CyrusOne says it understands that higher energy bills are a concern, and it pays for all electricity we consume at rates established through Illinois' regulatory framework, and that it takes steps with utilities to protect households from cost volatility and moderate costs over time. So a data center could be using the same amount of power as a city?
Some of them use massive amounts of electricity.
Illinois watchdog group Citizens Utility Board says the cost of improving the infrastructure for data centers can get passed on to consumers.
You have to build infrastructure, and then it takes decades to pay it off. What if the data centers don't show up? Or what if they're only there for a short period of time? Then they're not going to be able to pay that off, and the rest of the customers are left holding the bag.
ABC7 has also been covering public meetings over proposed data centers, and there are questions about water use and the environment. The I-Team and ABC News studied this private company's data center map and found that there are at least 4,302 data center projects across the U.S., large and small. Of those, 3,038 are currently operational, with another 1,203 either under construction or planned for construction. 61 have acquired land. In Illinois, there are 164 operating data centers, with another 81 planned for construction. The largest state project planned is in Yorkville. It would be 2 gigawatts, and according to the ABC7 data team, would use the same energy that would power approximately 1.7 million homes, more than every home in the city of Chicago. Industry experts say the facilities are needed for modern digital infrastructure and can benefit the economy.
For poorer communities that specifically need a big increase in tax revenue, data centers are really good for that. It's like they create a lot of construction jobs and then a few additional maintenance jobs, but they create very few jobs relative to the resources that they use.
They have to build these things, but you need to keep them away from neighborhoods.
The Illinois Pollution Control Board says that there have been no noise enforcement proceedings for data centers in the state in 2025, and there are no open cases right now. Illinois state legislators have recently introduced a bill which would require data centers to reveal how much water and energy they are using. Rob Sherrill, that bill could also limit the energy cost passed on to consumers. Of course, everybody I talk to, they understand the need for data centers with streaming and AI. They just don't want them in their backyard or in their neighborhood.
They're not going away, that's for sure. All right, Jason.
Thank you for that great report tonight. And you can also see more of DataLand USA AI on Overdrive Next Door. That's coming up tomorrow morning on Good Morning America and throughout the day on ABC News.
Your weather forecast is next.